And that's the prologue. But wait! What happened to Gwendolyn now that she's heard the story? And by the way, those little tapestries you see are references to the original King's Quest games. Ooh.
Well, hello, cousin.
Guard!
I'm glad you're finally here. He's been asking about you for days. I had to sit through the same story 5 times.
We got here as fast as we could, and I like Grandpa's stories, especially the ones with dragons.
Ah, yes, the legendary beast that he set free. I don't know if he forgets I've heard that story before, or he doesn't care, but he loves telling it to anyone that will listen. I'm pretty sure I heard the nursemaids telling his same jokes in the hall.
Have you heard anything the doctors are saying?
Yes, doctors, wizards, magic elves. Grandfather is fine, Gwendolyn. They all say the same thing. He's just old. He still has a few good years left. Look, we're all excited that your family made the trip, but there's no need to worry. You should get some rest. I'm sure you're scheduled for a full morning of Grandfather's hilarious ramblings.
Oh, I'm also scheduled for the tournament tomorrow.
Ah, yes, the fencing tournament. You'll love it. I'm, of course, favored to win, and will make sure you have the very best seat to view my victory. The courtyard will be filled with important people and delicious hors d'oeuvres.
Oh, I'm actually competing in the tournament.
I had no idea we were hosting a junior tournament. That's incredible. In that case, I will gladly be there to cheer you on and eat delectable appetizers.
Nope. No junior tournament. I'll be squaring off against you.
I see. Well, perhaps this is the time to stop listening to stories and finally make some of your own. Good night, Gwendolyn. Sleep well.
Is someone defensive?
Come in, Gwendolyn. You can set those on the nightstand.
Grandma said to take 3 spoonfuls of each.
Yikes.
I'll get to those. No need to fuss over me. Now, let's talk about far more important issues, like that fencing tournament. I hear you're competing.
Well, I signed up, but I'm not so sure anymore.
Nonsense. If it's Scott you're worried about, he's no bother. After all, I only learned that you entered after he complained about it all morning. Threatened, I'm guessing. There are many ways to win a duel. I, for one, have always been fond of...
An act of kindness, even in victory.
treating my opponents with respect. You'll be surprised what opens up to you. A lovely fellow once told me the fastest way to anyone's heart is through their stomach. Speaking of, that reminds me of a story, one I know you haven't heard before. When I was a much younger lad, before I was a knight, before I'd been to Daventry, and even before I had seen a dragon. It's a tale about a tournament that changed my life. It is a long story, but I shall tell it briefly.
No, this is a pretty long story. Prepare your butts, guys.
Well, Triumph, this looks as good a place as any to camp for the night. Let's rest up. We have a big day tomorrow.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh, ow. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oof. Eat.
After gracefully rappelling down the cliff, I welcomed the sight of an actual road, the first sign of civilization.
I'm now on 0. Nailed that landing. What the hell is he writing? He's writing a gerbil. He's writing a gerbil.
Daventry was just a few miles to the east. I'd read all about its wonders in my travel books. I couldn't wait to check out its famous, fantastical floating island.
East is totally this way, right? Triumph! Triumph, buddy!
Grandpa, you can't leave Triumph.
Don't worry, Triumph can fend for himself. We've been through our share of sticky situations, but he always comes around when I need him most.
Triumph?
After all that graceful rappelling, I was certainly not headed back that way.
But I need to check on my gerbil.
As I was saying, I followed the road to the east and headed to the night tournament.
I get that. We gotta go east first.
East.
I'm sorry, Christopher Lloyd. You sound like you're about to sneeze. Did you say west again? I'm so sorry.
Suddenly, a gust of wind pushed me down the road, and I headed east.
Okay, fine. I get it. Shit. Damn. Fuck. Heading east. Here we go. Here we go. Walking, walking. Oh. And who do we have here? Oh.
Hey! Over here!
I could have sworn the parade of hopeful knights was scheduled for the next day. I should have been with them, marching with Triumph. It seemed my first few minutes in Daventry were off to a terrible start.
Oh, you're
So,
fine.
how did you catch up with them?
Slow and steady. Slow and steady. Kyle and Larry. Yes, you all saw what you thought you saw. I promise you that was not your eyes. If you caught it, you saw what you saw. If you didn't, well... Those who did have a special little secret with me.
Strange tracks blazed a trail through the forest.
Look at the cute little bunny, little bunny. What is this called? Very good eye. You saw it? Yeah. I know it's all painted, but just look at that. The perspective on that. Why is that in the tree, I wonder? Oh, hi, squirrel. Hi, squirrel. Doing such a good job, squirrel. Curious. Bunnies, are you guys having a hopping good time?
I wondered what those birds needed a toolbox for.
Oh! Oh no! Damn. That sucks.
Shame. The only tool left seemed to be a small hatchet. And no, Gwendolyn, before you start asking me thousands of questions about that hatchet, I did not go around using it on everything.
Use it on everything.
I mean...
There was no reason to chop down a perfectly good tree.
I mean... I guess you're right. I guess. Oh my goodness. Oh well. Hey, frog.
That wheel seemed freshly broken.
How can you tell it was fresh? That's my curiosity. How can you tell it was fresh?
The wheel was already broken. No sense rubbing it in.
But we could use it for firewood, for kindling, things of that nature. Positive thoughts using the environment around us. It's always thoughtful to use the environment around us for when in terms of survival. Oh boy, a mysterious stranger in the middle of the forest. Let's go talk to him.
Stand back, you dirty thieves! Wah!
Oh dear.
Oh, it's just a boy. Don't know where he's from, but it must be hard to pronounce. You know, you should never sneak up on a guy in a dangerous place like... Oh! What's wrong with your foot? Probably stepped on a spiniferous thornweed. Don't worry, I got just the fix for that. Tell me, is it more of a... Ow! Or a... Oh! Either way, the Merchant of Miracles has got you covered. But it'll cost you. I've risked my neck to forage the most rare, miraculous, mysterious, and oftentimes delicious ingredients.
Yes, that is Tom Kenny.
Ah, here it is. I
That is
massage
100%
this into
Tom
my
Kenny.
skin twice a day, and just look at my little biscuits. Well, now that I've molded over, you'd better not. It might stunt your growth. Ooh, such exquisite material.
Hey,
I knew you weren't from around here. Well, you best get going. Nobody likes a late night. Oh, wait, you're stuck here with me. Every bridge in is out, and my shortcut had a few shortcomings. I swear that rock leaped straight out of the water. Now I'm stuck here with no wheel, a lost toolbox, and Mr. Fancy Cakes. Say, I'll bet a fine, strapping young man like you could help me fix up this wheel. Yup, you help me fix my chariot, and I'll give you a lift to the tournament. Hopefully no one else notices your horrible lack of punctuality. Oh, how rude. Do you have any questions for me?
I think I'm good.
Nope.
Alright. So, hi, Mr. Fancy Cakes.
Oh, can I pet your goats?
Stay away from my majestic unicorns.
You sure?
Unicorns? Isn't that a bit of string right there?
I said back away.
You sure?
Seriously, my boy, they aren't gonna pull this chariot without a wheel.
I get that, but...
I know. They're the most majestic creatures in the world. Mr. Fancy Cakes, I saw that look in your eye. Don't you dare touch my unicorns. They're for looking only. No, Mr. Fancy Cakes, you cannot eat his cape.
Thank you.
I know. I wish we weren't returning here at this time of year, too. They haven't figured out eye transplants for unicorns yet, Mr. Fancy Cakes. Did you eat my retainer again? Okay. Have a nibble of cape. Oh, Mr. Fancy Cakes, you were always my favorite. Other one, well, you keep doing you.
Yeah.
Mr. Fancy Cakes, can you tell Two Eyes to stop chewing so loudly? Hey, other one, are you sure you deserve to be a unicorn? Your heart just doesn't seem to be in this. Other one, I know we're stuck here, but it doesn't mean you have to make our air quality inhospitable.
Oh, can I pet your goats?
Stay away from my majestic unicorns.
I mean... I could help fix the other one.
Get that blade away from my unicorns. I'm warning you.
I mean, but I could help out. See, I could help you out. See, with the other one?
Hey, stop it. Those unicorns may look cute and cuddly, but they are ferocious fighters when provoked.
I understand that. Like, I mean, I'm very ferocious when I'm angry, but let's...
You do that one more time and I won't be able to quell Mr. Fancy Cake's vehement temper.
Oh, I'm sure he's fine.
Hey!
How did his cape taste, Mr. Fancy Cakes?
Oops. Oh, hey, I didn't know that.
Oops. Yeah, don't fuck with Mr. Fancy Cakes, guys. That's one rule of the King's Quest series. Don't fuck with Mr. Fancy Cakes. Anyways, so let's get going, shall we? Hello, Mr. Frog. There we go.
Perhaps there was a wheel on the other side of that river. Too bad I couldn't swim.
How did you get across that river?
I mean, we have a perfectly good hatchet here. I mean, I was goading him on, indeed. Speaking of puns,
That missing wheel had me stumped. I had to go out on a limb to get past the root of the problem.
Grandpa, your infamous puns are not my favorite.
What's the matter? You don't like the timbre of my voice? You'll warm up to the puns.
These are terrible.
it's fine. You're okay. If I can stomach those, you're fine. Oh, hi. That's not creepy at all.
Here, kitty, kitty. Not a kitty, not a kitty!
That's definitely not a kitty.
Oh, here we go. No! I did not use the hatchet to skin that growling animal.
But we could have. It's fine. Yeah. Give us a hot second, guys. All right. Pardon me.
No wheels in there.
Nah, there are no wheels in there. We gotta head towards all of this, and oh my goodness, look at that in the distant future.
An overgrown patch of spiniferous thornweeds obstructed a path to the water well.
The well with the ginormous dragon in it?
Perhaps.
Perhaps indeed.
I tried to chop down those thornweeds, but my tiny hatchet was ineffective. I would need a bigger, sharper blade.
Indeed. But for now, we move forward. Alright, you're moving along. Moving right along. Is there any wheels in here? Nope, there are not. Oh, look at that. Hello? Is anyone in town? Hello? My goodness. I guess we'll have to climb our way in. Bork, bork. Oh dear.
The town square was eerily quiet. Was I the only person in Daventry not at the parade?
I mean, yeah, that sounds, yeah, but I guess that is definitely true. Hello?
Like me, this little tree was new in town and needed some time to grow and find its way. What? Too sappy?
I have nothing to say.
You'll warm up to it.
My goodness. Anyways. So, these places are very important. We have the blacksmith, we have the baker, and then we have the potion maker. So yeah, these are very, very important. But as you can tell, this is the intro, but we can't necessarily leave the village, so we're just gonna take a look around here, shall we? Possibly bear, possibly dire bear.
Looked like a blacksmith shop of sorts.
Very nice looking place.
That sign was asking for tips, and there was a metal pan to collect coins.
Indeed.
Big, round, that should do the trick.
It's all good. I can look at my options, but look at all these weapons that we can.
And then you scooped up all the weapons, right? Right?
No, Gwendolyn, I didn't. I was looking for a wheel, not a fight.
Indeed. And my earbud's falling out of my ear. Anyways, continue on. Alright. Actually, for right now, let's put the wheel back, because we have some other options we can look
I
at.
put the seal back and went looking for a new wheel.
Alright. They all fled the dragon. Well, this is actually in the past before the dragon. We haven't seen the dragon at this point. But that was the blacksmith, and now we have the baker. Oh, look.
Bakery. And it smelled delicious.
Oh, look, a giant wheel that we could possibly use to fix that cart.
That sign was asking for tips, and there was a metal pan to collect coins. The delectable goods look tasty, but I couldn't compete in this tournament with a full stomach.
I mean, that is incredibly fair. You don't want to, like, throw up in the middle of the tournament.
I stumbled upon some kind of curiosity shop.
Indeed.
Nothing seemed to be brewing yet.
Indeed, nothing's in brewing. Nothing's in brewing.
I thought these potions, herbs, and other magical sundries were best observed from afar.
And where could the round thing be, I take it? Right here. A nice round table. So, shall we take the shield? Shall we take the bread? Or shall we take this table? Looks like we're taking the table.
Aha! Something big and round. Hopefully no one would mind if I borrowed this tabletop.
I'm sure we're fine. Nothing wrong here. You took the damn table. I took the damn table. Alright, let's head back to that merchant. Pillars of the village, right? She's a bit for combat anyway. Indeed, they are. Oh!
Ah, a shortcut.
Well, that was nice of the wolf. Shortcut, shortcut. And now through the shortcut. And back to Tom Kenny.
Do I really have to hear the story about how you took forever to tiptoe across that fallen tree again?
No, I guess not.
Oh, sir, I have a table for you.
I thought this might do the trick.
What a clever choice! Such craftsmanship, and sturdy, too! Just hope you didn't pay too much. I'd hate for you to have spent all your money when you've only just arrived in town, right? You ready, Mr. Fancy Cakes? I know, darling, I know. Silly question. You were born ready. Oh, wait! Before my mind slips, I was able to procure an entrance ticket to the tournament. Since you so graciously found me a wheel, I am more than willing to sell it to you at a reasonably discounted rate. Are you interested?
I'm good.
No thanks. Not really interested.
Are you sure? They'll charge you double at the tournament. They're not as trustworthy as I am.
I'm pretty good.
The price still seems really high to me.
Okay, you're twisting my turban here. I didn't pay you for such a deal, Deliberator. Final offer, half off the previously discounted rate. Come on, treat yourself, boy.
No, I'm good.
I'll see if I can find a better deal at the tournament.
I'll suit yourself, but don't say I never did anything for you. Now, let's Vamanusi from this Meadowland, Mr. Fancy Cakes. It is go time.